Welcome back to Workplace 30. We're continuing on and starting a new chapter, which is 8.1, starting a small business. We're going to start by reading Math on the Job on page 276. So you can go ahead and do that now. We will then answer the following questions. But before you can answer these questions, we need to write down one very important formula. This formula is for calculating compound interest. So some of these variables you won't be familiar with. We have P, which is the principal, or the amount of money borrowed. We have R, which is the rate of the percentage. So for example, if your interest rate is 4%, R would be 0.04. T is the time in years. So if you're taking out a loan for 2 years, T is going to be 2. And N equals the number of compounding periods per year. So if it says it's compounded annually, that means once. Compounded monthly means 12, because there's 12 months in 1 year. So then let's look at question 1. Mike's father paid $20,000 for the 2 skid steers. Mike and Tyler's combined average earnings are $2,450 each week. They pay 30% of their earnings to their father. How many weeks of work would it take to completely repay him? So if they have 2,450 and they're only paying 30%, we need to multiply it by 0.3, which would give us $735 per week. But they borrowed $20,000 from him, and again with no interest. So we're going to divide by 735 to get approximately 28 weeks, 27.2 to be exact. 2A, if Tyler and Mike had instead borrowed from the bank at a compound interest rate of 4.75%, so that is your R, on a per annum, so that is your N, on a 1-year loan, so that is your T. How much would they repay the bank with interest? So we plug it into our formula. So our principal is 20,000. 1 plus our rate, which is 0.0475, divided by 1, because 1 is our number of compounding periods. 1 annum is 1 year. And 1 times 1 is your rate times your time, because your time is 1 year. So when we figure this out, we really get 20,000 times 1.0475, which means in total they would have had to repay $20,950. So Tyler and Mike agreed to pay back the bank with 12 equal monthly payments. What would their monthly payment be? So we just need to divide this by the number of months we have, which is 12, to get they would be paying $1,745.83 per month. Next, we're going to read the Explore the Math on page 276. You can do that now and copy out the following 3 definitions. And just check to make sure your definitions are as I have them here. Example 1. Tyrone loves skateboarding and wants to start his own skateboard park. He thinks that people who will use it will be between the ages of 10 and 30. He wants to consider Edmonton and Calgary. Edmonton has a population of 845,000 and 31.3% are between his target ages. Calgary, however, has a population of 1.1 million and a target age has 27.6% in there. Where should he plan to build a skateboard park? So let's look just at numbers. So Edmonton is 845,000, and that's times 31.3%. So the actual number of people that are within there are 264,485. Then we have Calgary. Calgary is 1.1 million, and there's 27%, 27.6% within there. So if we calculate that, there are 303,600 people in the target range. So just based on this, Calgary would be the better option of where to build the park. However, there are some other factors you should consider. For example, how many skateboard parks? And are they busy? Those would be some other factors to consider. Now let's look at example 2. Veronica is planning a quilting business near Waldheim, Saskatchewan. She needs these things in order to start her business. How much will she need for startup costs? So all we need to do is add up all of those things, and you should get a total of $1,045. She has $800 in savings, but this is not enough. So how could she adjust her initial costs? And here are just 3 suggestions. Example 3. Kwan is a Red Seal pastry chef. He wants to start a business supplying baked goods to Chinese restaurants in BC. He estimates he'll need $7,000 for the kitchen equipment and ingredients. He applies to his financial institution for a bank loan. The loan is for $7,000 and he's charged interest at a rate of 4.5% compounded annually. He's taking out a 2-year term. So 2-year is T, compounded annually is R, 450, compounded annually is N. 450 is your rate, and 7,000 is your principal. So we need to plug this into our formula. You plug it into your formula, just as shown here. So 7,000 again is our principal, times by 1 plus 0.045 divided by 1, all in brackets to the exponent of 1 times 2. So this ends up being 7,000 times 1.045 squared, which gives us a total of $7,644.18 that he will have to repay. How much interest is this? Well, to find interest, we just take our total, subtract our principal. So here we have our total, which is $7,644.18 minus our principal of $7,000. To get our interest is $644.18. So that's how much extra he's paying. What will his monthly payments be? We're just going to take his total and divide it by 12 because there are 12 months in 1 year. However, this has to be done twice because he's actually taking it out over 2 years. So we're going to divide by 24 and get $318.51 per month for 2 years. For this next part, you're going to go online to a financial institution's website and investigate its small business section. So you can choose any bank or financial institution that you'd like. Here I've got Scotiabank, CIBC, and Advantage Credit Union just because those are some kind of common ones in our area. Please try to choose one that you actually bank in. So let's look first to Advantage Credit Union. You would go to the business tab, and almost everyone has a tab like this, and then you can take a look at their options. So their options, there's tools and calculators, I need to, and different things, or you can apply online for different types of loans. So that's what you're going to be exploring. Then you'll answer these questions. How do the services differ from each other? So you're going to work as a group and each do a different financial institution. Did the sites assist with calculations and planning? In what way? Would you want help if you were to seek the aid of a bank or credit union as you set up a small business? And then you want to look also to government loans. So if you go to Saskatchewan government or federal government, they should have financing programs. So please have a look at these also and figure out what the costs are of getting a government loan. You'll need a laptop or computer to do this. Good luck.